1. Talking about studies. Frequently asked questions.
What do you major in? What subject do you study? Why did you choose this subject? What do you find most difficult in your studies? What do you find most interesting in your studies? What would you like to do after graduation?
Dialogue study. Wang Xiao and Li Chen meet each other unexpectedly on the bus.
Hello again, Li Chen. I'm glad to see you again. Funny that we should meet on the bus. I've been thinking a lot about what we talked about the last time we met, and I have a few more questions for you.
Hi, Wang Xiao. What do you want to know? I'm all ears.
Well, you said that you're working as a bookkeeper right now. But when you were in university, what did you major in? Did you study accounting?
Actually, no. That's the funny thing. I studied English and international trade. So I did take a course in accounting, but it wasn't at all the major focus of my studies.
I don't quite understand then how you ended up in your current job.
It's a long story. I'll tell you about it another time. What was your major?
I majored in business management. My program covered all aspects of business, so I took accounting as well. Let's see, there were also marketing, finance, business English, tax, and law courses too. I've forgotten quite a lot of the courses we took, but I really enjoyed my major overall.
You're really lucky to have chosen the right major for you. My roommate in college really hated studying English and international trade.
What did he find most difficult about English and international trade?
To tell you the truth, he just hated studying English. He was so shy, and he barely spoke a word during English class. Anyway, I think it's hard to choose a major when we were just in high school. And I know some people who really ended up in the wrong program.
Did your friend graduate?
Yes, eventually. He was put back a year because he didn't pass enough courses. But he managed to fulfill all the requirements and graduated a year after I did.
What were his plans after graduation?
He wanted to get a job, but he felt he deserved a vacation first. So he planned a big trip to Kunming and Lijiang. Then he found a job working in an office, which he actually enjoyed for a change. Last I heard, he was still in the same job.
What did you find interesting in your studies? Accounting?
No, accounting was just so-so. I really liked marketing the best. It's so exciting just trying to think of how to draw customers to use your product. If only I could find a job in marketing. Well, I'm still looking for another job, you know.
Hang in there. You'll find a good job one of these days.
I really hope so. Thanks for the encouragement. Hey, this is my stop. I'd better get off here.
It was really great to see you again. Take care.
You too. Bye. 2. Talking about schools. Frequently asked questions.
Which middle school did you study in? Was it close to your home? How did you get to school every day? What did you like the best about that school? Is there anything you didn't like about your school? If you were the president of the school, what changes would you like to make? What did you think of the teachers there?
Dialogue Study. Wang Xiao and Li Chen meet in a restaurant. Hey, Wang Xiao, over here.
Hi there, Li Chen. Nice restaurant you've chosen.
I come here all the time. I'm one of their regulars. The food's good and the price is right.
Sounds good to me. Hey, look at those middle school kids over there. I bet that's the first time they're going out to eat in a restaurant all by themselves.
Remember when you were a middle school student and you dreamed about changing the world? I had so many big plans back then.
Me too. I loved middle school. Best years of my life, except for the last 2 years when we really had to buckle down and study hard. Hey, if you were the president of your middle school, what changes would you like to make?
That's easy. First of all, I'd change the classes to start later in the morning, and then I'd eliminate classes on weekends. I'd make sure there were plenty of clubs and activities for students to join, and I'd set aside one afternoon a week for students to just do activities.
You're dreaming, but it sounds great to me.
Well, what did you like best about middle school? If you can remember that far back.
I love the camaraderie of being with my friends all day and having teachers who knew me and cared about me. I don't know. College life and the working world are really different. People have their own opinions, and it seems that they just aren't willing to agree on even the smallest things. It wasn't like that in middle school.
What middle school did you study in?
You've probably never heard of it. It's not famous at all, but I still loved it. Middle school number 72, just a couple of blocks from my parents' apartment. I used to bike to school during good weather. When I was really young, my grandmother used to take me to school in a little cart. I had so much fun back then.
My parents never let me ride a bike to school. I suppose it was because my middle school was just down the street from our home. I was probably the only middle school student who didn't even own a bike. It wasn't until my last year of middle school that I finally persuaded my parents to buy me one.
That must have been embarrassing.
Yeah, it was a little. I think my parents were a bit on the overprotective side. I just remember all the students and teachers staring at me when I first rode my bike to school. They looked like they were in shock.
What did you think of your middle school teachers?
For the most part, they were really good, conscientious, sincere, and knowledgeable. There was one teacher that everyone avoided like crazy. Unfortunately, I had her as my history teacher, and she made my life miserable. Well, actually, I probably made her life miserable too.
That's why you didn't major in history when you got to college.
You got it. Now that I think back, I'm amazed at how much a teacher can influence students. If a teacher can inspire a student, the student might end up majoring in their field. But if a teacher doesn't believe in a student's ability and then treats that student badly, the student will likely not ever enjoy that subject again.
You're absolutely right. And you know what? We should really pay our teachers better, since they are the ones who are influencing the next generation. Hey, the food's here. Let's eat.
Smells great. Let's dig in.